Hi everyone, skyorrichegg here. I'm going to be continuing with FTL, this amazing indie game that I've been doing a Let's Play of for a while now. The videos before this, I was able to get the Mantis ship, and now I'm trying for the stealth ship and the space slug ship. I don't really know anything about those. I know space slug ship, you gotta probably go to the space slug's home world, probably some sort of Nebula place. And the stealth ship, I need to go to the NG home world. I'm not sure if I need to be in the Taurus or if I need to be in some other ship. I'll continue, well, just in case, I'm gonna go ahead and play in the NG, the Taurus ship. This will give me a chance to show off that ship. I don't think I've done that in any of the videos, playing the NG ship, and I'm going to try to talk about some tips and tricks to do while playing FTL. I just finished reading a forum message where people were talking about how hard easy is. I mean, when you compare it to like a game like Binding of Isaac, there's a difficulty level in that game that I think is a bit more than FTL, but they're similar. They're both roguelikes. Roguelike-likes. They're not RPGs exactly. They're both action-y kind of games with very different mechanics, but they both have a hardcore kind of setting where you die once, you have to restart the game, basically. They also have collectible mechanics, but they both have a difficulty level that some people find intimidating, but with some practice you can figure out some tricks that definitely add some strategy to every aspect of the game and can improve your gameplay a little bit. And I really don't find easy in any of the ships that I've played so far. I haven't played in the Mantis ship or the stealth ship or the slug ships. I don't know about those. They may have game types that are much harder, but especially in the Osprey and the Kestrel, those are two very powerful ships. The Taurus has a different game type, which is still very powerful, but I think some people have some trouble with it. So I haven't played in the Taurus in a while, so I may crash and burn and make a hilarious joke of myself here, talking about, oh, the game's so easy. The game is not easy. The game is hard, and there's strategy in the game. But easy, especially on the Osprey, is a kind of a cakewalk unless you get some very, very difficult enemies in the later sectors, or if you somehow choose events that cause you to lose all your crew or all your weapons, or I don't know, I'm not sure. There's definitely ways to die very easily in the early sectors, even on easy, but not that often, I'd say. What should I name this one? How about the that's not how you spell it. Is that how you spell resurrection? Resurrection, I believe. Let's not do it, just so people well, they're gonna make fun of me for how I spelled it right there. The response. the retread, revenge, the renown. Doesn't have to be a reword. Man, I'm having trouble coming up with names. How about, well, about the donut. It's a bit like the Taurus, but that's why I'm assuming it's called the Taurus, because shape, but it's also a bit like a donut, which is, I believe, a type of Taurus. This is why I'm not a math major, but pretty sure Taurus is just a donut. Yeah, it's the spatial shape that's exactly like a donut. So let's rename Still Fenris in charge of all my ships. I don't like the Donut. That's kind of a boring name. It's too much like Taurus. How about the Exemplar? I like that name. That's a cool name. That's a very cool name. Let's play on easy, guys. Let's do this. The data you're carrying is vital to the remaining Federation fleet. The rebels are hot in pursuit, so head to the exit beacon as soon as possible. Tip: weapons. You can queue up an attack before the weapon is charged. It will fire when it's charged. 1. Continue. I'm not going to read all the text this time because I'm going to be trying to concentrate on tips and tricks. Now, one of the... I like to get my people organized. These guys are best on like weapons and shields, and have your human on piloting, because these guys can repair things really quickly. Now, one tip and trick is, you notice my mouse cursor's up here. You can control... So you can control your weapons using 1, 2, 3, and then 4 if there's an option of that. Actually, we're going to need that for the anti-ship drone. Let's see, anything else? Not really. There's a store right there. Now, when I've got 30 scrap like this, there isn't too much in a store that interests me when I'm at full health, plenty of fuel, not many missiles. But what am I going to get for 30? I'm not really sure even. There's nothing I can get for 30. So let's just ignore that. It's just a wasted fuel. I mean, we don't have to ignore it. We could, if we gain a lot of fuel in this spot, and then a lot of fuel in this spot, we could loop back to it, hopefully before the fleet comes. Now, the fleet, I'm no expert on when the rebel fleet's coming, but it is coming, so you've got to time your jumps, but you can do this strategically. Use this map to your benefit. Hopefully we're going to be in some combat. A pirate ship. Okay, I'm not going to read these. Turn and fight. Okay, this isn't the greatest. We're in a asteroid field against a pirate with shields. Now, let's send out the anti-ship thing. Anti-ship is a powerful drone. It's going to attack the enemy. These don't attack the enemy. They just attack systems. Like, they can disable systems for a certain amount of time. So let's queue up an attack on his shields while it's charging. Let's just use one. Okay, so now it's like that. And then let's go ahead, while it's coming down, go ahead and queue up another one. So that before the next thing hits, okay, well, we've already damaged his shields using the rocks. So we're gonna take this guy pretty quickly down. See, look at that, no problem. I mean, this is the easy sector. The first sector. People do fine on these. I think it's the later sectors where you're not acquiring weapons. That's usually where you have trouble. But that's the main strategy to this ship, the NG, the Taurus. You gain this ship by just getting to the 5th sector. That's all you need to do. And you get this. It's one of the earliest ships you can get. The Kestrel you start with, but this is pretty much always almost going to be the ship you get next. So now we've got up to 62 scrap, so I'm going to head over to where we can reach the store if we want to go there. This just because I'm not going to read these. It's going to take me a little bit to not read these every time, but I'm going to try to concentrate on it. Now, basically in any situation you're in, you're trying to maximize the amount of scrap you get, as well as other supplies. So you want combat in a way. You don't want to avoid combat entirely unless you're going for some sort of cool kind of, I don't know, accomplishment run where you're just trying to get as far as you can without doing too much. So let's queue up again, start attacking his shields. Disable shields. Uh-oh, missile attacks are not good. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to power down my med bay and up my engines to, so you notice the evade up here. Watch the evade. Jumps it up a little bit. I don't know, it's probably still going to hit me. 5% is not a lot, but it's worth it to try. You might as well try. Let's go ahead and queue up another hit on his shield so we can keep attacking him. See, he hit me, hit my engines, and now I go all the way down. Well, not all the way down, but let's go ahead and send this guy over to get that. Okay. man, it's nailing me. But this is the main strategy. Uh-oh. See, he disabled one of mine that was, well, I don't know. That was good. See, they're definitely nailing me, but this isn't the end of the world. Definitely not the end of the world. Look at that. Took a couple hits of hull damage. So we got some fuel, missiles, and scrap, but also we got some from the civilian ship, so that's good. Those are definitely good fights. Let's wait for this guy to get everything up. And then what we're going to do is, before we leave, we're going to waste a little time. I know. There's no rush. Once you finish a fight, we don't have to worry about the rebels encroaching. We can... Those guys both full now. Oh, I forgot the medbot dispersal. It's a really good item. On this ship, it comes with the NG Medbot Dispersal. Floods the ship with NG Nano Medbots. So I can heal them even when they aren't in the med bay, which is really handy. It's for less, but I can keep my people at their stations. We can keep healing them. It's really great. Now, you see, I've got 96 now, and they're still not coming. I mean, I think they're going to come this next one, so let's visit the store now. We have enough scrap. Let's go ahead. Let's see what we can get. There's only one other ship. We're not going to read these. Come on, Greg. Okay. See, look at this. This is pretty good. We've got a burst laser here. Very good item. S-bomb. Pretty good item. Not that as amazing. Well, burst laser's not an amazing item, but for a ship that doesn't have any direct attacking ability, it's a great item. We can get a crew teleporter, but we don't want a crew teleporter. We have nobody to do anything. Let's go ahead and buy that. Let's go ahead and fix myself all the way up. Let's go ahead and get up to 25. That's more of a, I don't know. I'm going to use that much fuel, but I'm probably also going to be gaining fuel, so I don't know. I may have just wasted some, especially since to be able to use this burst laser, I need to up my, not that. I need to up my, this twice, so. We'll do that for now. And then let's try that out. And then we'll play without that. And we'll use the anti-ship drone. Let's see how that works. I don't know. Might not be the best strategy with this ship. Another ion blast would be way better. I can keep everything disabled. See, now in this situation, you need to decide if you want to take their offer or try to potentially get more by attacking them. I generally want to attack them more because there's a better chance, I feel, I'm not sure of how their drop rates are, but of in a destroyed or surrendering ship that I get more scrap and more supplies. I really want more scrap. I don't need supplies at the moment. I need scrap. So let's go ahead and get that anti-ship out. Let's get this targeting the shields. And since the ion blast is going to go first, let's go ahead and get this. Oh, I missed. Interesting. Interesting. Oh, it took down my weapons. Now, you mainly want to take down their weapons. That's the main thing you want to take down, because when they're not attacking you, I mean, you can be repairing things, you can get things back up, and then you can keep them from attacking. There's not much they can do during this kind of situation. You can just keep attacking their weapons and preventing them. See, look at this, a more generous bribe. 18 scrap, I think I can still get more scrap than 18. There we go, defeated. I think I took one bit of hull damage there. Pirate explodes gives me 53 scrap. Look what I can do with 53. Okay, wait a second. Upon closer inspection, you realize the ship under attack was a rebel scout. It's too damaged to put up much of a fight. So I could destroy it in this situation and salvage it for more scrap, or I could tell them, I just saved your lives. Go delay the pursuing fleet. Go lead them astray. Now, I've never done this option before. I think it might be a better option in this case, because this is Sector 1, where everything is pretty darn easy, and I want more time in this area. I want more time to be gaining easy scrap, to be upgrading my equipment, to be gaining some low-level items and doing the low-level combat. So let's go ahead and try it. So hopefully this will buy me more time in this sector. So let's go ahead and upgrade this and upgrade this. So now with that, there we go. Now we've got 3 weapons. 3 pretty decent weapons for the first area. There's not much that can stand against us between this and an anti-ship drone. So, see, sometimes it might be a good idea to, before you spin your scrap, go ahead and check if there's a store. But I mean, with 56, I'm not sure there's much I would have wanted. There's some weapons that I could get for that amount. I could repair my hull. But hopefully they're going to be delayed a little bit. Let's go up here. There's a distress signal. I try to always visit distress signals because they're a good source of scrap. So we head up here. Oh look, it was a trap. Big deal. I just look at these guys and I see a big pile of scrap that I can take. So let's go ahead and launch out our anti-ship drone. Let's have these targeting this. Uh-oh. This isn't good. Okay, trying to escape. Good luck with that. There we go. Good amount of scrap. Not the most amazing. I'm going to go ahead. I know that there's a store nearby. There's not really much I need there except more hull, so I need more power. Gives me more options to do things with. In certain situations, I'll be able to divert the med bay to the engines and give me more of a dodge percentage, which would be very handy. Maxime, I don't know. He's the gunner, apparently. Okay, Maria. Well, they're both kind of gunners. I must have switched them up. Oh well, you're now the shield person. Yeah. Let's keep on heading this way. Let's see. Let's aid the civilian ship. We want more scrap. We don't want to be avoiding unless we're like really low on hull damage. That's basically the only situation you want to really avoid combat in. Oops. See, I make liberal use of the pause ability. I mean, oop, that wasn't good. I'm at 75%. Okay, get some more scrap. Look at that. I gain a lot of scrap from that. That's a good amount of scrap. I've now got 47 and my hull's a little ways down. I think I'm gonna jump one more before going to the store, because you notice where the fleet is. Pretty sure that's not going to reach the store in the amount of time that I'm going to be going one more jump. That's a lot of what the strategy in this is keeping things open. You want to maximize your time in an area. You want to visit as many places as possible before you have to leave. You attack 2 ships, one chasing the other. Scanners show the... man, I'm going to have a lot of trouble always reading these. I'm so used to... Now when I'm recording, just always reading these out loud. I wonder if I do it when I'm not. Well, see, since I've started recording, I haven't played this. I've only played it where I've recorded it since I started recording. So you guys are basically seeing every time I play. I mean, there are some that I don't put up. Usually where it's a really fruitless run where I end up quitting on level 5 because I noticed that there weren't any hostile until the last stand, the so there weren't any hostile sectors until the last sector, which is the last stand, and clearly isn't going to be the Mantis homeworld, so I basically just quit there and was like, I'm not going to continue playing. I know that I can't get the Mantis ship, so why should I show you guys this? I mean, I was probably doing pretty successfully, and I could have put it up as like a long, easy run, but I already did one of those, and I'm not sure how much you guys want to watch a 2.5 hour video. If you guys want to see some of those, I still have some of the footage of some of those runs. I think some of them were colossally, spectacularly not very good runs by me, and it's not exactly embarrassment, but I mean, if there's just not much to a run, I don't want there to be disappointment kind of thing. So let's get some more scrap here. Uh-oh, hand-to-hand combat, this is not good. So what we're gonna do is, yeah, I think with the med bay, 2 of these guys should be able to deal with this, because we need that up. This is the main difficulty in the Taurus, is that we're not very good at repelling borders until we get some more crew. We need more crew. We just do. I mean, we have the augment that keeps our people healed, but that's basically it. That's our only protection. Okay, sorry, I haven't been talking. Now, the other problem, okay, I may need to, okay, we're good. The pirate ship breaks, see, there I go again. Contact the ship. Oh, look, they're gonna heal my hull damage for me, some of it, not all of it. Let's go ahead and send these guys to the med bay to heal up quicker. Now, one of my favorite strategies, one of the best ways I feel to maximize the amount of scrap you get in a game, is to take out the crew of the ship, leaving the ship itself. Now, I don't have any stats to prove it, and it might just all be some sort of placebo, just how I feel that it is. In the way that they word when you do it, they say stuff like, you managed to take out all the crew, now you have your free reign of the ship type thing, and you get to strip it of all you want, or access to the fuel, or whatever. I feel like you get more scrap if you do that way. I'd like to look at the files of the game. I know some people have taken them apart a little bit using a I don't remember what they made a script, I think, that took apart the files and allowed them to examine them individually. Some people on the forum are doing that, and I'd like to look at what the scrap generation is for. I feel like there'll probably be some overlap between totally taking out all the crew of a ship and destroying the ship. There'll be some overlap, but that the ship, when you take out all the crew, that you'll get more scrap. And I think that's a very good way to gain a lot of scrap. And if you have the right tools, you can do it without taking too much hull damage, which is what you want to do. It's not worth it if you're taking a lot of hull damage, because you're just going to be spending that extra scrap to heal yourself, and it's not worth it. The other benefit that I can guarantee that you get is with slaver ships, they've now added, if you take out all the crew manning the slave ship, you have a better chance, I'm not sure if it's 100%, of gaining events where you get to choose a new crew member. It's a little buggy at the moment, they're fixing it, but that allows you to select like a new crew member basically. Okay, let's go ahead and head to the store. 66 is a bit more, and heal up the rest of the way if need be. So, and I can get a nice little augment like this that'll speed up how fast I can attack people. Don't really need that. There we go, look at that. And I have enough money left over for, no I don't, because it's 25 now. Oh well, oh well. Still doing good. Let's go ahead, this is another way that I try to save myself time. I head into a nebula. Nebulas aren't always the best places. They have lots of environmental problems that can cause damage, like you lose sensor abilities, you lose power in some parts, in the storms, the ion storms or whatever, I don't know. Then you lose most of your power and it makes the fight a bit harder, but you know what? The enemies you face in them also lose the power. It's a good way to take a lot of hull damage, but it might also be a good way to kill people. But the main benefit of going into the nebula is that it slows down the fleet that's coming after you. That is the main benefit, and it allows you to stay and visit more little sector node things, and that means more scrap. That's what that means. And that is what you're trying to do. Look at this. This guy's no shield, so we're just gonna blast this guy apart, or not. Okay, well let's try and take down his weapons before he gets a chance to fire at us. There we go. Didn't even get a shot off on us. No big deal. I would normally go here, but I mean, I want to maximize all the time I can, and you want to try to visit as many sectors as possible. So I think the best strategy in that situation it was to go down here. There we go. Another little fight. I should have tried to up my whatchamacallit there, but oh well. Nope. Let's try and take him out and gain more scrap. There were 16 there. Let's see if I can gain some more. Sometimes you don't, and it kind of sucks. But see, like 23 more scrap. I'm happy with that. That more than makes up for the whole damage. I'm gonna get one more power bar, and then I'm gonna start saving for the next sector in the stores that we're gonna visit. I can survive through this sector and probably the next with just this shield system and just these weapons and this amount of power. This is a very powerful setup right here. I can get through probably to sector 4 without upgrading my shields. It's not that big a deal, really. So let's keep going. Uh-oh. See, I hate this kind of event because there's really no scrap benefit to me, as far as I can tell. Okay, see, useful little help is if there's intruders on board in a nebula and you can't see anybody, you can usually tell where they are if they're in a system room you can see that someone's attacking it right here. They're in my O2 system, at least 2 of them are, or I mean at least one of them is. And that'll be true for any of your systems. It won't be true for these systemless rooms that are without any systems or subsystems. These are the subsystems over here. But for anyone that has a system or subsystem, it'll appear over them, this little hand saying that someone's attacking it. So let's get 2 up here. Well, they're going to take out my O2. Oh, no, not quite. Okay, let's get him up here ready to take over. Just a long, annoying fight, basically. Because I don't have any mantis men who just eat right through enemies. There we go. Not a big fan of those fights. I mean, they should give you some sort of benefit for them. I mean, I know there's some events that don't have any benefit, but those fights are just, they're long, they're boring. I feel like those events need to be slightly changed. They can be exciting. They can be exciting when there's something else going on. But there's just nothing else going on right here. So, and there's no benefit to it, so it just bothers me a little bit.